Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we got a fun video. It's the Baseball 9 All-Star Weekend Home Run Derby. I know it's not an official game mode, but we've tried this before last year. It kind of worked out, but this year we're bringing it back. So how it's going to work is, probably just saw my last video. I got my All-Star game, got my All-Star players in the game. You can see the lineup right here. Okay guys, so the rules are going to be as follows. The first round, every single player gets about 10 pitches. It's not going to count. If they swing and a miss, it doesn't count. 10 balls hit into the field of play are going to count. The most home runs out of 10 advance. Top 4. Tiebreaker is going to be on distance. So if two players both have 2 home runs, the one with the farthest hit home run is going to advance. Same rules for the second round, but for the third round, the grand finals, each player, we're putting 2 minutes on the clock. You get 2 minutes to try to hit as many home runs as you can. Foul balls, whatever. 2 minutes flat, that's it. You can get as many pitches as you need. So those are the rules for our home run derby this year. Let's get into it. I also put in my worst starting pitcher, so hopefully they have an easier time at this. I know it's sad that Baseball 9 doesn't have an official home run derby mode or any other game mode for that matter, but we're going to go ahead and try to make our own and see what we can do. Switch my stadium to the smallest ballpark so that hopefully we can get more home runs. So I'm back now in the default ballpark. This is I think the very first stadium you get. So we're going to start. Foul balls. Do foul balls count? I don't know. Bet's going deep, going deep. Oh man, that was a close one, but no cigar. All right, Betts gets his first one on his 9th attempt. It's going to be a 437-foot home run, which is going to be pretty cool. We're also going to have an award for the furthest. And his 10th one, that's going to be a dud. So Mookie Betts finishes out round 1 with a whopping 1 home run, and he is my player with the highest power. So let's see now. Let's hop into the second one. Mike Trout's up next. 10 pitches on the board. Let's see what he can do. The first one, not much going for him. All right, this one's going to be gone. What is this, his 7th one? It's going to end up being a 412-foot home run and a 25-degree launch angle on it. First one. Let's see if he can get on any kind of grip. Okay, that's going to be 2 in a row. Back-to-back. This one's back into the, what is it, the press boxes in center field. 439, 38 degrees. So that's 2 back-to-back. He has 2 more attempts. And the 10th one is going to be a line drive back up the middle. So Mike Trout's going to end round 1 with 2 home runs. Up next now is Aaron Judge. He's more of a speedster in the Baseball 9 game, but we're going to see what he can do, if he can do some damage. Oh, this one looked good, but it's going to end up getting fouled off right field side. This one's going. Oh, it's foul. We couldn't see it. Off the pole, we could not see it, so I guess it's foul. All right, this one's going to be gone. Line drive. Pretty far off, gone right field. 433. What's it going to be? It's going to end up being nothing. So 1 home run for Judge in the first round. It's rough out here. We got Judge and Betts tied with 1 apiece. Trout has 2. We're moving on next. We're moving on to Vladdy now. Guerrero Jr., 118 power, 88 contact, 103 batter's eye. It's going to take one first. Nothing up the middle. Okay, that's a good one. It's gone. What a bomb. 396, excuse me. The shortest home run of the day. 29 on the angle. And this one, oh, it's going to end up hitting the wall. So close. If the fence was any shorter, it would have been gone. So he seems to have been on a groove. It's going to contact another one. 2 left for Vlad. The tiebreaker, folks, is going to be home run distance. So the furthest hit. So if there is a tie in the end, it's going to come down to that. Now, Jazz Jr. following up him. Can he beat 2? Mike Trout right now has 2. No one else has more than 1. Well, yeah, 3 guys tied at 1, Trout at 2. It's a very low bar to beat, but so far it looks like we're just warming up here. Get a couple good hits going, and now we got the distance. We got one finally into the exit tunnel. 463, 27 degrees angle. We're getting some good fastballs. Also, it's like, if you get good fastballs, it's a game of luck. Your pitcher has to cooperate too. 444, 39 degree angle. That's 2 now for Jazz Jr. He ties Mike Trout for the most. And that's going to be another one. 2 in a row. That's 3. So he's going to take over the lead. 456, 25 degree angle, 110 mile an hour exit velo. So that puts him first place on the leaderboard. I guess if all else fails, we do have a second round of contestants. We do have more than 4 people with more than 1 home run each. So Machado's up next. What can he do? First one off the bat, right off the money. It's gone deep in center field into the grass area. What a dinger. 448, 28 degree on the launch. Takes a fastball down low, back to back to start things off, and he's looking hot so far. That's 2 in a row. 418, 29 degrees. Is that going to be 3 in a row? No, this one's going to just fall short, but he's hit everything so far, either out of the field or deep into the outfield. Another one, the 4th pitch. The 5th pitch barely clears the center field line. 423. So that's already 3. He's tied with Jazz in the lead, but he still has 5 more attempts. This one's just a little bit flat. It's going to go back up the middle. Oh, this one looked good off the bounces off the wall. You hate to see it. That should count as like half. And this is the 10th pitch coming now. The last one. He's going to take the ball down low. Hopefully your pitcher in the actual derby is not throwing you balls. Trying to throw you easy ones up the middle. This one's not going to be it. So, off to a hot start. Machado had 3 home runs out of the first 5 pitches, I believe. But now... oh, that's lifted. That's gone. That's 4 for Machado. Puts him on top. 485, the longest of the day so far. Ends off with a bang. Started out hot. Cooled down a little bit in the middle there. 485 takes this one. 4 home runs. Puts him on top of the leaderboard. Who do we have next now? We have Tatis Jr. Tatis. Going up against Tatis going up against Carter. Second one. Valid. Good into the tunnel. Love the souvenirs for the Spectres. 429. Pretty huge home run here. So he's on the board. At least everybody so far I think has 1. Which is good. Excuse me. No. Wait. Yep. Everyone has at least 1. Okay. Lifted. That one's out of here. 447. So nothing crazy, but we've had some pretty big bombs. That's 2. I think he's into the final round if he needs to be, if he wants to be. Oh, this one should be fair, but we can't see where the pole is. It's going to end up landing foul. And his last one, it's going to be close. So Tatis ends up with 2, which puts him, I think, squarely tied for 3rd place with a couple guys. Machado's still in the lead with 4. And we're down to the last 2 guys now. Kirk's going to get his chance now, up to the plate. First one, really close, off the wall. Deep center has the potential, bounces off the wall, so we're about halfway through. Kirk still at 0 home runs. He's kind of picked up the pace, though. hitting a lot into the outfield, 2 bouncing off the wall, so just a little bit unlucky. A lot of massive, heavy hit foul balls. And another one who's bouncing off the wall just on the foam pads. It's unfortunate, but we're down to the last 2. He very well may end up with 0. Down to the last one, just not able to get a groove on his swing today in the competition, at risk of laying an absolute goose egg. So Kirk, unfortunately, finishes the first round with a 0, which is going to absolutely disqualify him from moving on. We thank him for his participation, but he is not going to move on. Now we have the last man up, Ohtani, the crowd favorite, the hometown kid, the story of the channel. Can he do it? Get it done today. First one, we're off to a pretty good start. Now, I'm kind of sad because last year there was a lot of hype, a lot of build-up for Ohtani at the home run derby. But he wasn't able to get into a rhythm, so he wasn't able to advance. But hopefully in the Baseball 9 All-Star game, the Baseball 9 Derby, he can put in some work. So far, 0s, though, which is going to be concerning. He's going to need at least 2, maybe even 3 home runs to advance. And with 3, he's going to need a far one. We might be looking at a tiebreaker, so the distance on the home run is going to have to count. Now, this one's going back once again to the wall, so we're almost halfway through the start of it. Ohtani's still at 0. Okay, Ohtani, what looks like a weird pitch. It's going to be his first one, so halfway through, finally gets his first. 365, though, so not looking too good on the distance-wise. Another massive home run. Okay, this one's gone way past center field. What a dinger. 485. Tied, I think, for the furthest home run today. So he has 2. We're looking at probably 1 more to try to get a spot into the top 4 in advance. Ohtani, this one's down low and he takes it. So a lot of the good pitches he wasn't able to homer off of, but the bad pitches, that's a 404 foot home run, and now he has 3 down to the last pitch. I think 4 would push him through for sure. 3, we still have to look at the tiebreaker, and he's not able to push through for his 4th home run, so Ohtani ends up with 3, and that concludes the round, the first round of the Derby. We're going to go ahead and look at the leaderboard, see what's what, and who's going to advance onto the second round. Ohtani has 3. Judge only 1, so unfortunately he might get eliminated. Tatis with 2, Jazz with 3, Machado with 4, the leader, Kirk 0, and Guerrero has 1. So the top 4 advance, so it looks like Trout might still have a shot at it, but Machado's in for sure. Jazz is in 3 and 4. Ohtani is in with 3, and we have a tiebreaker for 4th place, Tatis and Trout. And Tatis is going to take it with a 447-foot home run, edging out Mike Trout with his farthest being 439. So the final 4 is going to be Ohtani, Tatis, Jazz, and Machado. Who would have expected? The rankings-wise, though, Machado's the first seed facing off against the last seed, which is going to be Tatis. And then we have Jazz facing off against Ohtani for the last spot in the championship finals. You get 10 good ones. We're going to have Tatis and Machado start things off. Tatis going first. Same rules as the first round. Best of luck, contestants. Second one. That's a good for a home run. That's good to start things off early with some consistency. 401. Not an insanely far home run once again. I think if the tiebreaker comes down to, we're going to need like a 460, 470 range to be feeling kind of safe. My personal prediction is he's going to need more than just 2 home runs. I think he's going to need 3. We are going up against the first seed, guys. Remember, first round, Machado put up 4. And Tatis is only at 1. We're about halfway through. And he's going to get his second one. So he's going to tie his score from the first round already. With a couple left, that's 400. Both of these not very far. His first one coming in at 401. His second coming in at 400. And down to his last one, I think he needs a home run on this one to have a shot at making the finals, unless Machado really chokes away his lead. He was on fire the first round. I mean, don't get me wrong. 2, not too bad. Tatis is going to end up with 3, though. This one looks like it has some distance, but curves down at the very end. 404. So he's going to have to hope that we're not jumping into any tiebreaker situations. 3 home runs, 401, 400, and 404 for Tatis Jr. And now the number 1 seed coming up, Machado. Let's see what he can do. He needs 3 to tie. Needs one farther than 404. Needs 4 to advance. First one, ooh, no home run, but we're started off pretty strong. That's going to be a big hit. Let's see if he can get into any sort of rhythm now. So far, through the first 3 qualifying balls hit, he is at 0, where Tatis has already had 1, so he is falling a little bit behind now. Needs 3 in the last 7. We're going to need to see some balls exit the field of play, or else we're going to have a potential upset on our hands in the second round semifinals of the Derby this year. Machado still has yet to hit a home run. So with 3 left, Machado is in danger of having 0 home runs. Just as I say that, he clutches it up. But he is going to need a home run on every single last one of these, or else he is not going to qualify. It is a far one, though, so if he does manage to hit 2 more out of the last 2, he will advance due to the tiebreaker rules. But here we go. And this one's going to be a high fly ball. Machado has been eliminated with not enough pitches left to catch up to Tatis. He ends this round with only 1. Tatis comes back with 3, going through to the championship. And now up next, we have Ohtani going up against Jazz. Remember, they both hit 3 in the first round. Ohtani does win the tiebreaker, so Jazz is going to go first. And Ohtani's going to wait to see what he does and what Ohtani has to put up. Potential final death situation. And Jazz with his first one. 3rd pitch. Straight line drive back. 392.27 on the angle. So he's on the board now with 1. And almost, so that one looked good, but it's going to stay into the outfield. Not quite enough distance on that one. Comes back, though. Right back to a right field line this time. It's out of here. 386. A lot of arguably pretty short home runs, but hey, if you can get it to clear that outfield fence, it counts. Anything really goes. We're just a little ways over half done now. And this one, oh, that looks good. Deep center field. Looks like it was going to hit the scoreboard. It's going to curve down. 395. 39 degrees. That one had a huge arch, so he has kind of gotten the groove of it, and that's going to go back to back now. Jazz showing out here in the Derby, second round. 420, nice. 33 degrees. That's 4 already. That's already 1 more than he had in the first round. And so he ends up with 4, which is pretty good. I mean, the first round, Machado, our champion of the first round, first seed going into the semis, had 4. So we're tied with the most, and Machado got upset. So let's see if the same is going to happen to Ohtani. Is he going to get upset now in the second round? Jazz with a crazy performance. 4 home runs out of the 10 allowed pitches. Ohtani so far 0 home runs in the early stages. Lots of foul balls, though, so we just need one to stay fair. To hopefully try and be able to... Okay, as we were talking, he heard us talking. This one's going to be gone. 428. He sees it going. So unfortunately, it looks like it's things are a little rough for Ohtani. Now he has 4 pitches left, and he needs to convert 3 of them just to be able to tie. And that's going to be 1 more. So if he doesn't hit a home run here, he is going to be eliminated, unfortunately. Not enough pitches to catch up. And this one is not going to get there, just short. So Ohtani is going to get eliminated here in the semifinals, only hitting 1 home run. And it looks like our 2 higher seeds both got upset. With the first round, Ohtani held the tiebreak over Jazz, but only hits 1. And Machado, the first overall seed, 4 in the first round, only came back with 1 in the semifinals. So now the finals are going to be Tatis, who had 3 in the semis, and Jazz, who had 4 in the semis, the longest of which was 420. Tatis hitting 400. So the higher seed is going to go to Jazz. Tatis is going to go first. And each batter is going to try their best. You have as many pitches as you can hit. And the person with the most home runs at the end of the minute is going to be crowned the 2022 Offtheheazy YouTube channel Baseball 9 Home Run Derby champion. But let's get this underway now. Let's get things underway now and begin. Okay, so foul balls are really going to hurt you because you have to wait for the foul ball animation, whereas if it's like a ground ball or anything else, there's no long animation. You can skip straight. So far he's already run, what, 15, 20 seconds off the clock. Ooh, the ball's not going to help him out either from the pitcher. We need some strikes. That one looks good. Okay, so Tatis, first home run about 20, 30 seconds in. 449, 34 degrees. We got to get to it, though. This is the speed round. All right. Ground ball and move on. Ground ball and move on. We got about 20 seconds left. And that's not going to be enough, so he really has to get on it. Only 1 home run in the speed round here in the grand finals of things. I don't think a minute's enough, honestly. Guys, let's make it 2. Executive decision. We're going to make the grand finals 2 minutes long to give these guys more chances. I mean, 1 is just not entertaining for the viewers. 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes. So 1 minute has passed. He's struggling to get much traction. Tatis fighting his way into the grand finals of the home run derby, but can't really put much to it. Only 1 home run so far, a handful of foul balls. And he is running out of time. About 30 seconds left for Tatis. Another just a normal ground ball line drive. Been able to get much lift off of his swing. Perhaps it's the fatigue. We are in the last round, so these players have gone through 2 rounds. They've hit a lot of balls, but approaching 10 seconds left on the counter. This one's going sky high. It does not have the distance. 10 seconds left now for Tatis. And the windup, and it looks like he gets 1 more after the buzzer ends. Tatis ends up with only 1 home run in the grand finals. The 2 minute challenge. And now up next, we have Jazz. The underdog coming out of the first round. Facing off. Took down Ohtani. We're going to put 2 minutes on the clock. If he hits more than 1, he automatically wins. So let's get it. Ready, set, go. Once again, a lot of foul balls here in the final round. Same happened with Tatis. Just not able to get much lift. I don't know. It could be the fatigue setting in, guys. That's my theory, because these guys, I mean, we know they could hit home runs. They've gotten this far. But in the last round, we just haven't seen that action. And they are really putting everything they got into it. At this point, they've probably hit 20, 30, 40 balls. Just need to focus. Contact. He does it. The first minute is almost up. 4:52. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing? The game, it's over. It's over. Even in the case of a tie, he wins. But let's go for the full 2. See if he can win by home run count. He's going to win by distance. Oh, just out the very, very edge, top of the wall. And he does it. Just before the timer, it's going to clear the wall. 4:02. But his second home run is going to put him over the top. Over Tatis. The Jazz is your, ladies and gentlemen, 2022 Offtheheazy YouTube Baseball 9 Home Run Derby All-Star Weekend here on the channel. Shout out to him. Congrats. The second annual. I think Ohtani won it last year, but second annual. Hey, if you're watching, somehow contact me, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to send you a trophy. This is a very honorable the Baseball 9 Classic Home Run Derby. And hopefully you guys are entertained. It was a bit of a long video. We had a lot of players in there. Hopefully some of your favorites made it. But if not, still consider getting subscribed. Like the video. Maybe if we do this enough, Baseball 9 devs will actually put the Home Run Derby into their game so we can play as an official mode. I don't think it would take too much effort to do. You already have the base infrastructure set up. You have the pitcher. You can select a batter and just have the pitcher only throw fastballs right down the middle every single time. So that's going to round it out today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week after the All-Star festivities. Have a good weekend. Peace.